In Halo Infinite, we learn of the existence of a race of beings known as Xalanins, aka the Endless. The Xalanin were discovered by the Forerunners after the firing of the Halo Rings, which greatly disturbed the Forerunners since nothing's supposed to survive the firing of the Halo Rings.
The Flood are ended. The reintroduction phase has begun. Countless preserved species have been sent back to start lives anew. Halo was the Forerunners' terrible and ultimate solution to the parasite's relentless advance. Designed to destroy all sentient life, nothing was allowed to survive. And we were sure that nothing had. We were wrong.
How these Xalanins survived we don't know, but because they were unaffected by the Halo Rings, they were subsequently imprisoned by the Forerunners.
There is to be a parley. A meeting. Highly unusual. I have moved Installation 07 into sufficient range of their homeworld. Delegates are en route. From both sides. A necessary contingency, considering these unique circumstances. The Council has also provided me with an additional and curious directive. We must understand the extent of what their kind can truly endure. There are facilities on this ring quite ideal for conducting such tests. It is time for the silent auditorium to serve purpose once more.
And the Forerunners did this because the Xalanin survival threw a wrench into their plans of reintroducing life back into the galaxy. It would be incredibly dangerous and extremely disadvantageous for every other race in the galaxy if the Xalanin started out way more technologically advanced than them. If the Xalanin chose to, they could very easily be able to take over the entire galaxy, and that was something the Forerunners could not risk happening. So the Forerunners lured the Xalanin onto Installation 07 and imprisoned them in Silexes. However, they did not manage to capture all of them. From the Halo Encyclopedia, page 487, over time, a scant few Xalanin who had survived their kind's imprisonment roamed the galaxy in secret, visiting scattered outposts and installations in hope that they would find a solution in order to free their people. So this begs the question, in the approximately 100,000 years between the activation of the Halo Array and the release of the Harbinger, have we previously ever seen or heard of these roaming Xalanin and what they've been secretly up to before the release of the Halo Encyclopedia? I believe the first time we ever heard of these roaming Xalanin was all the way back in Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary. More specifically, two terminals in Halo CE Anniversary, Terminals 5 and 6, found in the levels Assault of the Control Room and 343 Guilty's Back respectively. These terminals detailed the crash of an unknown alien ship on Installation 04, which the occupants of seemingly did not survive and were entombed along with their ship inside of a sarcophagus by 343 Guilty's Back. I posit that these unknown aliens were in fact the roaming Xalanin, or at least some of them. According to Terminal 6, this event happened around 60,000 years after the firing of the Halo Rings.
I have now endured 60,000 years without word from outside the array.
Now, here's the thing. The only piece of evidence I have for this possibly being the Xalanin over any of the other races we have seen and heard about in Halo is this 60,000 years. It would take around another 40,000 years for humanity to master space travel, for the Sangheili to master space travel, for the San Shion reformers to leave their homeworld in the Anodyne Spirit, etc. As far as I know, and please do correct me in the comments if I'm wrong about this, none of the races we see and hear about throughout all of Halo, except these roaming Xalanin, were at tier 2 of the technological achievement tiers, the Interstellar tier.
Don't let me leave, Murph!
This raises the question as well as to if some of these roaming Xalanin made it to Installation 05. The theory goes, just like in Halo Combat Evolved, a bunch of ignorant life forms poked their noses where they shouldn't have, thus releasing the Flood, thus getting infected, thus resulting in the creation of a Gravemind. However, I don't think the release of the Flood on Installation 05 was due to outside interference, but instead was because of 24001 Penitent Tangent not doing his job properly based on these two cold storage reports. That doesn't explain though how the Flood managed to gather enough biomass to create a Gravemind, and also makes me wonder if the Xalanin were infected by the Flood, would their immunity to the Halo Rings carry over? This crashed ship also apparently isn't the only time a race has arrived on Installation 04. In the Halo 2 Limited Collector's Edition's Conversations from the Universe booklet, Guilty Spark notes in his log, a primitive hegemonizing swarm calling itself the Covenant has landed on Installation 4, apparently seeking something specific, exploring, meddling. I've seen it all before. They'll record what they see and they'll leave. They'll record what they see and they'll leave. What? Well, considering the unknown alien ship crashed and neither it nor its occupants ever left the ring, Guilty Spark can't be referring to them, which means a different spacefaring species landed on the ring, had a look around, took some notes, and then went on their merry way. which I find incredibly hard to believe. Like, how does one stumble across a Halo ring, a megastructure obviously created by an incredibly technologically advanced civilization, and not just look around for a bit before deciding to leave? Did they have a more pressing prior engagement that stopped them from investigating every crooked nanny of the Halo ring, potentially resulting in them releasing the Flood just as the Covenant does, getting into a confrontation with the installation's Sentinels? And with the addition of the Halo CE Anniversary terminals, it doubly makes no sense that the visitors would just simply leave, since in Terminal 5 Guilty Spark says,
But in accordance with procedure, I am blocking the distress call. No communication of the location of any installation is permissible.
Guilty Spark would not be able to let anyone who discovered his ring leave because they could potentially pass on its location, resulting in even more visitors to Installation 04 who could be hostile or too curious for their own good, resulting in the accidental release of the Flood. So, until proven otherwise, it is my headcanon that this crashed alien ship were part of the roaming Xalanin, which I think makes more sense than it being a Reaper from Mass Effect. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to be notified when I upload new videos, and show your support for the channel by liking and sharing this video. Thank you again for watching. I've been Triple S, you've all been amazing, I shall see you all next time. Goodbye.